I started pay our interns exactly 5 years ago because I myself did 3 internships. And the moment that I decided to start this was when my mentee told me he had skipped out on buying groceries to pay for the dry cleaning costs for his unpaid internship. And at that point, I knew, people shouldn't have to go hungry to get experience on the Hill. So I quit my job and I started pay our interns with less than $2,000. People thought that this effort was dead on arrival because it had never been done before. But kind of like Gen Zers, in my opinion, you have to reimagine what the future can look like. And in under 5 years, we've gotten Congress to pay their interns, now the White House and the State Department.
We talk a lot about diversity on Capitol Hill and the value and importance of diversity on Capitol Hill. And I think sometimes the socioeconomic diversity is a piece that goes missing. How is our democracy stronger? How is the working of our government stronger when someone from any background can afford to work on Capitol Hill?
So absolutely, it's not just about your ethnicity, it's also about your income. So what I would say is, at least specifically Congress, they're formulating a $2 trillion budget. They're deciding how much funding goes to hospitals, education, transportation. It matters that we have folks that are actually from a community college, that are first generation, that are immigrants, that have been part of like Head Start, Upward Bound, to be in those rooms when they're writing the bills and deciding, who gets funded, who doesn't. Unfortunately, that's not always the case. And that's what Pay Our Interns is fighting for. It's not just about paying interns. It's also about are you actually doing outreach to HBCUs, to HSIs, right? Are you actually hiring folks that graduate from a state school?
One of your group's biggest accomplishments, of course, pushing the White House to pay its interns. That's going to happen this fall, as I understand it. You are now trying to do the same for interns working in state government in California. Talk to me sort of about this strategy and where you see it going next.
Our goal from the start has always been, how do we end unpaid internships across all sectors? And we've decided the next step is replicating what we did in Congress and state houses. California, for obvious reasons, being the 5th largest economy, is very influential. So if we can get them to pay interns, that could really set a ripple effect across other state governments. I can tell you it has not been exactly easy, even though California is a super progressive state. So we're fighting hard. Thankfully, we have legislation that would ensure interns in state government get paid. So we're working on that. But there's always hurdles. And one of them I just want to stress is we'll hear from lawmakers or senior aides saying, well, we can spend that money in other things. And people need to understand that for a lot of young folks, that paycheck for the internship, it's going so they can survive and pay for their bills and sometimes even help out their family.